Sensei, how are you?
Good. I'm rocking.
Yeah, thank you. Sensei, may I ask the first question?
Yeah, sure.
Sensei, my question is related with from the book Atomic Habits. So
Okay.
I learned a concept from there, outcome-based habits and identity-based habits.
Okay.
So you suggested me that book, and I really enjoyed that point. And can you
Okay.
please give me some more insight and examples? Based on
About
that? Yeah.
about what you want examples.
Outcome-based habits and identity-based habits. And
Good.
I realized that instead of when we focus on to read a book, we are focusing on the outcome. To
Mm.
become a reader, we are focusing on the identity. Am I correct?
That's absolutely correct because there are
Yeah.
two ways. Thank you very much. This is something that we is going to help everyone, irrespective of who you are listening to me right now, whether you're live or you're going to watch this on YouTube or later on. This is a very good thing that you have to ask yourself. And in our community, which we call as Ledge International, we rather than believing in goal setting, we believe in something which is called the growth setting. Let me just give you the difference between what is goal setting and what is growth setting. Now, if I borrow what Anish just said right now, Anish, you said, what was the example you gave me? Could you repeat that?
Reader and
Okay, one
to
is
read a book and to read a book and become a reader.
yes, absolutely fine. So if you say that I want to read a book, let's say I want to read 7 habits, that's a goal, that's an outcome, that's a goal. Now, what happens after you read that book? Sometimes you keep the book there and then you want to read for maybe for 1 month or 2 months, and then you realize that I didn't read any book for the last couple of months. So let me pick up another book, and again you set a goal for it. Maybe I'm going to read this within the next 30 days. Again, you set a goal and you go with that. You hit the bull's eye, you finish the book, you keep the book, and again you don't know what to do. That is called objective based habits or outcome based habits. You got me, Anish?
Yeah. Yes.
Because you're focused on the object, and that is also in one way they say goal setting, which I don't. And you know that in our
Yeah.
community we don't believe much in goal setting. You all may be surprised why I don't believe in goal setting, because goal setting is only for a period of time. It's only for a period of time. For example, reading a book is for a period of time. However, what you could do is, if you want to change that from a goal setting perspective and see that from a different way, that I want to read a book, not only this book, I want to change myself. You got me? It's not about 7 habits, or it's not about who wants to be a millionaire. It's not that book that I want to finish, but I want to cultivate a habit within me. You got it. That is
Yeah.
called that is called identity based habits. Now, once you start reading one book and then you have the intention of reading not a very specific book, automatically what's going to happen? Your habit changes. Your
Yeah.
habit changes because you're not setting a goal. Your intention is to change completely as a reader, not a particular book. Because as I mentioned earlier, if you are setting with a particular book, then you hit that book and then you stop, then you don't read. Just like, I'll give another example, which is very common, where people want to lose 10 kilos or 20 kilos, and they may sometimes lose 10 kilos or 20 kilos after doing a lot of dieting and exercise. But what's going to happen after they lose that 20 kilos? They start gaining that 20 kilos. How many of you agree to that? Say, I agree in the chat box. Why is that? Because you have set a goal. Rather than that, if you make that your habit, if you make that a habit, it's not about the number of calories that you want to count and so forth. If you make a habit to become fit and healthy, you will change. You will change. You got me? It's very simple,
Yes.
because now you're changing your whole identity. It is nothing to do with the objective, or it's nothing to do with the goal. It is that you yourself are changing. It is not about what you want. It is who you become. You got me? It is who you become. You're with me?
Yes.
Okay. So this has come from the book of Atomic Habit, I
Atomic
believe.
habits.
Okay, with James Clear.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Now I'll ask you a question. This is a quote which I just sent you in the evening, because that was a quote for tomorrow. Since I thought, okay, let me send it today. I am. Okay, what is that you're going to feel after I am? I am is a powerful phrase that can make you or break you based on what you write after that.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
agree? I am. So tell me, fill it up. I am. Go ahead, fill it up.
I'm a result-oriented coach.
Number 2.
I'm an energetic trainer.
Okay. Number 3.
I'm an excellent parent.
Okay. Now ask yourself, is this all right now? Is it your present? Is this all present in you right now? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now ask yourself, where do you want to be? Ask yourself where you want to be in the future.
Okay.
Ask the question, I am. So I want you to give this answer based on the future tense. If you are just say 10 years down the line, I am. And if you're answering this question, I am, what would your answer be?
I'm an international trainer, well-known international trainer.
Very good, an international trainer. So now ask yourself, to become an international trainer, what are, number one, what are the values you need to have? What are the values? Give me 5 values. What are the 5 values you need?
Influencing people.
Okay, are you writing down? Make sure that you also take a note of it. Okay, number 1, you should be able to influence people. Number 2,
transforming others.
Okay, number 3.
As I'm writing.
Okay.
Influencing.
You'll be getting the recording. No worries about it. Okay. And number 3.
Empowering.
Okay. Sorry, empower others. Empower others. Number 4.
Number 4, giving wisdom. Sharing wisdom.
Okay. Number 5.
Entertain them.
Okay, so now you gave me 5 values. Okay, this value could be right for you, maybe it's not right for me. You got me? Okay. Because you are different and I'm different. Is that correct? Your perspective is different with regards to world-class coach that you mentioned. And for me to be a world-class coach could be entirely different because I'm seeing that from a different perspective. Do you agree to that?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, now you gave me 5 values. Now tell me, what are the habits that you have to develop in order to get that values? Tell me. Give me 5 habits that you have to develop yourself.
Reading. Started reading more new books.
Okay, started reading books consistently. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Exactly. The key word is consistency. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Because we are not talking about one day event. We are not talking about goal setting. We are talking about the habit that is going to change you when you apply that consistently. Now, when I say consistently, it's not necessary that it has to be perfect. Yeah. Okay, this is something. And it's not necessary that you have to complete it. But a consistency is doing something. And to make something a habit, you have to do the thing at the right time, at the right place.
Yeah.
Now, let me give an example. If you're doing a particular stuff in a particular room, for example, if I'm doing that in this particular room, if I want to build this as a habit, okay, I have to do it in the same time, in the same room, on a consistent basis for X number of days. So automatically it becomes my habit. Now I can take it anywhere with me. The habit goes with me.
Yeah.
Right? Why? Because I'm changing myself. Number 2. Okay, what's number 2? One is reading books. Number 2.
So regularly attending training classes.
Attending training classes, seminars, etc., webinars, and so forth. Number 3.
Watching videos
on a regular basis. On a regular basis. Okay, number 5.
Writing.
Okay, writing notes from what you have learned from the books, from the seminars and webinars and trainings and so forth. Okay, number 5.
Taking sessions.
Automatically, what's going to happen that when you do these things, keeping your value, would you change? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
It's not about you are going to become a world-class, excuse me. It's nothing to do whether you're going to become a world-class coach or not. That's a different story. You may or you may not become, but you change.
Yeah.
You change from inside. Your identity changed, because people will say that he is absolutely fantastic. He's knowledgeable. He knows how to speak. He knows how to connect. He knows how to connect with people and so forth.
Yeah.
You got me?
Yes.
So therefore, it's all about changing from within. Mm-hmm. Changing from within. You change your habit. For example, let's say you're a coach. And you want to perform very well in each and every coaching session that you're going to have on a regular basis. And this is one-on-one coaching. So there are 3 things that you have to always keep in mind. One is the cue that you get. Number 2 is the routine that you apply. And number 3 is the reward that you get.
So first one?
The cue, the CUES, cues.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. Let's say I got a session. I got a session, and this is something that I need to follow every time. If I got a session at today at 4:30 p.m. and at 4:25 I get the alarm or I get the notification that you have got a coaching session 5 minutes down the line. That's a cue. You got me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I got the cue. I got a notification that is next 30 minutes, or let's say 30 minutes, next 30 minutes, you got a client, and that's and you have to attend the client. So you got the cue. As soon as you get the cue, the first habit is to back up everything. You have to be mentally now present. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Mentally present I could be doing some sort of meditation. I could be doing some sort of affirmation. I could be seeing or visualizing how the coaching session is going to end up, the outcome. You start with end in mind. Cue. Yeah. So the first thing is the cue. You get the notification. The second one is the routine that you do or the ritual that you do. It could be the routine or the ritual that you do as soon as you get this cue or indication or this notification. You got me? And what is going to the result? You are relaxed. Am I right? Because you have done this, you are going to do this every single time and you feel relaxed. Some people, they use perfume. I use perfume. I have my perfume here always. You see? I keep my perfume here because I want good smell before I go, before I come for this training program. I put perfume on myself. I put some cream on my face. That's why? Because I want to feel fresh. You got me? Mm-hmm. Okay, so people do different things. Sometimes I used to lit some stuff, good room perfumes and all those things. I put that because I want that sort of. I want to feel that you are feeling that.
Okay.
And when I start feeling that, automatically you feel the energy in me. Otherwise, I'll be dull. I put all my lights on. I don't have to put all my lights on. I make sure that all my lights are switched on. Why? Because I like brightness. I don't like the dull color and so forth. You're with me? So yes, every time when I do this becomes a habit for me. So one is the cue, the second one is the routine or what you call as the ritual, and the third thing is the result or the reward that you get. Okay, now just like you mentioned, you can either say that I want to read a book, a very specific book that is goal-oriented or outcome-oriented, or you can say that I want to be a reader. When you see a reader, that means you're growing. The key word is growing. You're setting your growth. Yeah. And only when you set your growth, you will keep on expanding yourself. And sometimes you may not see the growth now, but you'll find the exponential growth at a later stage because you finish one book. You're not saying that I want to read one book. You're saying that I want to continuously read books. Yeah. And you're not saying that I want to read 50 pages in one day. No, you're saying that I just want to read 5 books on a consistent basis. And you know the law of consistency. The law of consistency is doing something on a consistent basis. And this is something I learned from the law of the rule of 5 from John C. Maxwell. That is, if you've got a big tree and if you want to chop the tree, go take an axe and chop the tree at the same spot for 5 times every single day. One day the tree is going to fall down. How huge the tree is going to fall down because there was consistency of chopping that tree in a particular place 5 times every single day without a break. Yeah. Okay. So that means if you want to, you have to ask yourself, I want to become a reader. It's not only one book. I want to make that as a habit of reading. Now, have you seen people reading newspaper? My dad, even now, he reads newspaper at the age of 85. My grandfather, till he left this world, he used to read newspaper every single day. Every single day. Why? It's about habit that you create. How many of you agree? Say, I agree. If you are, so looking at your habit, we can identify who you are. Important thing. It is not about what you do. It is who you are. It is who you are. If you are a person, now there's a difference between my elder daughter and my younger daughter. My younger daughter, you go to her bedroom, you will see it's absolutely clean, neat and clean. Absolutely. You can see her bed, everything, no shrinkles, nothing, everything. Why? That's a habit. My elder one is different. She's more or less like me. For me, I want stuff here and there, but if somebody comes and correct my stuff, I get completely annoyed because I know where I keep it. Okay, because I need to have stuffs here and there, and that's exactly my elder daughter. My younger is different. So looking at the room itself, I can say that, and if I see that room every single day, I know she is a neat and clean stuff, or a girl who keeps herself neat and clean. The result is, you can see the result there itself. It's all about who you become. It's not about what you want. You got the difference? Because sometimes people they want to achieve a goal, and once they achieve the goal, they change completely.
Okay.
It's not about that. It's how you become. What is the personality that you are based on the habits? People will look at that one. You got me?
Yeah.
So that is the stuff. So it's not about your objective. It's about the little small habits that you can change.
Yes, yes.
Did I answer your question?
Yes, yes. It's now very clear, very clear. Thank you so much, Sensei.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else? Let's move on to the next caller, please.